First morning of practice here at Cayuga, and today it's definitely, I want to try to find as many fish as I can. A perfect day with sun. We're supposed to get some wind, but first and foremost, I'm going to check some largemouth areas up on this north end. That we'll do that until the sun gets up, until we can actually see, and then we're going to get after just totally looking for them. So right now we're on the north end of the lake, and it's just a huge flat. I mean, it's literally no deeper than 10 foot anywhere across, and it's got a lot of grass on it. And intermittently out here, there's some scattered clean spots or some gravel patches, some rocks and things like that. They end up eventually, a lot of them spawn out here, largemouth do. Can't see anything yet anyways, the sun's real low, so once that sun gets up, I'm definitely gonna spend my time physically looking where I know that I got eyes on the prize. Rock bass, they also live where the rocks are at though. Yeah, there he is. Well, little guy, that's not what's supposed to be sitting there. Should have been a 5-pounder. I see enough now where it's this real stringy grass here, and when the sun gets up, you could be able to see the holes a little bit better than at it. Another one. God darn. Let's pick up and move. See what this looks like out here. With these scattered patches and holes in this grass, it's only like 7 foot deep. Just trying to cover a huge flat like this, I can throw this thunder cricket out there. Early light like this, and that, an active one or two. I mean, if there's a group of them, one should come up and bite it. There's a good one. Yeah. That's the ones right there. Oop, perfect. I can see one swimming right here. About a 2-pounder right there, just up above in the top of the grass. That's a good sign. So, if it gets super cloudy and windy and it makes it hard to sight fish, if you can come to an area like this and cast around or throw a thunder cricket and get quality bites, that could be real critical for that day. It's starting to get clumpy again. So important in Clearwater lakes that you've got good polarized glasses. It allows me to see that green grass out there a little further out there, so where I can see some of those clumps to pitch to them. I mean, you can't get right on top of these fish in this clear water. Chunky one. It's just real stringy grass, but there's thick clumps of it out here, and there's no doubt they're gonna be around it. In clear water like this, most of them are gonna bite it on that initial fall. If they're on a bed, it's going to land right next to them, and there's a good chance they're gonna just eat it right then. It's a nice one, but in this lake, that ain't gonna do you any good. You need 4 and 5 pounders. But definitely a lot of fish in this area though. That's always a good thing. Okay, I've had enough and done enough of this. The sun's getting up where I can see a little bit, so I'm gonna get down there where I can see. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of fish spawning, so that's what I really want to look for. The good part is I got a few bites up here. I'm seeing a little bit, but we got a good start anyways. Got an idea. Hard to see them. This time of year, there's definitely going to be a lot of smallmouth that are spawning, and with the wind blowing the direction it is, it's making it hard. But I mean, they're definitely here. It's stirred up. They're pretty willing biters when you do find them. This is a mix of sand and scattered boulders. It's really perfect spawning habitat for them. It's a good looking stretch. I hate to do it, but we got to go to that other side again. Keep moving. That's why we call it practice. Good eating. That's what they eat. Perch and gobies are probably what they spend the most of their time feeding on here. I can't see squat. I know they're somewhere here. I just got to keep hitting these little stretches, just looking for my own sanity here. There's one, freaking big one too. I just saw one, a 5-pounder on a bed that was there years ago in the same exact spot, So as protective as he was, it wasn't gonna be a hard one to catch. That's another bed right there, though. I've made a good many stops, and in these conditions, it's really hard, but I just wanna know that there's a good amount of them spawning to focus on, you know, to do it. There's another bed right there. This is the only way to play right here. It's just really hard to see right now. Oh, there's a big one right there. A real big one. Here's another one right here, I think. We've got really pretty good conditions sunshine-wise, but I mean, with this wind blowing straight out of the north, it's blowing into this bank and it's just knocking all the algae and stuff loose, so it's muddying up the bank, hard to see. But what I did see is a handful of smallmouth and a couple of really, really good ones to just know that they're up here. You know, I'm gonna spend some more time looking for largemouth up there in that north end, but this will definitely play if you get anything of the right type of condition. Good one. It's so windy, it's stirred up the bank where you can't sight fish, you know, looking for smallmouth or anything. So I'm kind of up on this big grass flat again. I got some bites in here this morning. Now that the sun's out a little deeper, I can see these patches pretty good, and just want to see how it lays out. I've not seen another soul fishing this little bit deeper grass like this. Everybody's fishing up there on the inside line, and that's the place where a lot of the fish are going to spawn, but there's a lot of them that spawn out here too. Good one. Yeah, you live out in this grass. Look at that one. That one has already spawned. Conditions like this, those will go a long way right there. Oh, man, there was a big one following it right there. Smallmouth too. Getting where I can see pretty good here, boy. The wind is starting to lay down just a little bit, so I'm back just trolling real fast. You know, I got my hood up so I can see. It's going to be important if the wind lays down to be able to see how some of these areas clear and see how quickly they do. And birds are diving out here. That I'm sure there's a bunch of alewives spawning on these shallow points, especially with the wind on it like this. And there's some shallow. Little thunder cricket. Look at, already spawned. A lot of the largemouth, man, they have done it, but that's the right kind of size right there. You know, overall, you know, the bite has been kind of tough today for me. You know, once I got out of that one area in the north end with that deeper grass, it's just been real intermittent. So hopefully we get a little reprieve from the wind. I mean, it'll clear up really fast and we'll get after them again tomorrow. So we've got one more day of practice to try to put things together. So really need a few hours of calm in the morning where, you know, can be able to get around and look around just a little bit more. So, but it's a great lake and definitely gonna be a lot of big fish caught. Man, just getting ready for day 2. You know, got up this morning, a little tired, long day yesterday. You know, made some sandwiches, got some coffee going, getting ready to get out in the water. I'm definitely gonna spend some more time looking today, try to find some more sight fish for sure. You know, I just gotta see what stage they're really in to allow me to see how many fish are shallow. So day 2 was, much different day. We had calm conditions. I basically spent the day just sight fishing. I covered a ton of ground today, ran my batteries completely dry, just basically looking, and I found a lot of big smallmouth, and that's where my heart's at, so I've kind of got to go for them. Got a little bit of prep tonight, and to get these batteries on the charger here real quick and get ready for tomorrow. So today is the first day of the tournament, so all the prep, everything we've done to this point, it's all working towards this first day. So I feel really good about the game plan that I have and what I've found. So hopefully we can get it all put together. This season so far has kind of been an up and down year for me, so it's really important to start this one off well. It's going to take some big weights. This lake's got a lot of big fish. I want to set the bar real high, catch a giant bag the first day. You absolutely have to love it if you want to be competitive at the top level. Not burning out, not slowing down, not giving up, keeping that positive mental attitude. You have to keep that level of momentum and focus going from start to finish. Yeah! At this point in my career, it's not about cashing a check or having a solid event. I want to win. I want to be able to do it quicker, faster, and better than anybody else. Doing it because you love it and you want to measure yourself against the best in the world. So we just finished up here at Cayuga today. Just an incredible fishery. Ended up just like I thought it was going to be. I prepared for it in practice for a sight fishing event. Just really using my polarized glasses, and just like I strategized in practice, knowing that I'm going to be fishing for spawning smallmouth. I caught all of my fish on a baby Z2, a Strike King half shell, and a Dream Shot, both on a drop shot rig and on a Ned head. Every single fish that I weighed in this event, I caught on those baits. Just a mix of colors. Every fish was a little bit different. That's a big launch there.
And KVD will win Group A.
Well, so far the tournament is going real well for me. I know the knockout round when the weights get zeroed, it's going to be a challenge.
Oh yes, that was 5-something. 5 pounds, 7 ounces.
Hour and 20 minutes left in the day. Kevin VanDam caught a 5.7. It's his second biggest bass of the day. Got him across the Toro cut line. He'll fish his 4th Bass Pro Tour Championship round with a chance at his 2nd win.
I ended up making the championship round. I started in 10th place. So when you're out there on the water and you're seeing these smallmouth, they won't let you get right on top of them in most cases. So you kind of got to stay back. And it was really hard to know what size they were. So on this final day, I caught a lot of 4+ pounders that didn't help me just because you just couldn't tell, and just really hard to judge the size. So that was one of the challenging things of this event. Today I just couldn't really move up. I couldn't find those bigger fish, so I ended up in 10th here, but really a solid week. Anytime you can make the championship round, it's a good day. It's a good week for points, for qualifying for Red Crest and for AOYs. I would have never dreamed going in that I'd have caught over 100 pounds of smallmouth for 4 days and ended up in 10th place. So thanks for following along all week long. It's been a lot of fun to kind of let you inside a little bit of my tournament prep.